Tippecanoe Memory Gardens is holding a food drive for Food Finders Food Bank this weekend. Ray Sable is Director of Marketing and Sales, and he joins us in the studio this afternoon with details. Mr. Sable, thanks so much for coming in.
Appreciate your opportunity.
How did this get underway? You haven't done this before, right?
No, this is the first time, and it takes us back to February when our staff in general was just talking about the economy. And obviously things weren't going very well at that time. So we thought, well, you know, how could we as a cemetery help out the community in some small way? So the idea came up that we would possibly have a food drive, and we thought, well, if we're going to do it, Memorial Day weekend would be a great time to do it because of the traffic that we have at the cemetery.
Yeah, tell me about that. How busy are you at the cemetery on this weekend?
Well, traditionally, families use that weekend to pay respects and to remember their loved ones that they've lost, and they bring out flower tributes, etc., to put at the grave sites. And this has been going on for literally decades, as you probably know. And we just thought that with the amount of traffic that we have there, our office is open all 3 days, that it would be a good time to be able to offer that type of assistance to the community.
In fact, the Food Finders brought the equipment out for you today, right? So it's already out there.
It's already out there. They delivered the barrels or the containers this morning, and they're already placed out on the grounds. So.
And so they're kind of throughout the cemetery grounds?
That's correct, Jeff.
Did Food Finders give you some guidance on what types of food people should be bringing?
They did, and we're basically looking for your staples in the way of canned goods, cereals, items that obviously have a longer shelf life than most items do. And we're talking about soups and canned vegetables, fruits, etc. And
what are their hours? Are there hours for this?
There's not really any hours for it. Our office is going to be open at 8 o'clock in the morning all 3 days, but you don't actually need to come into the office. You can make those contributions at the containers for the grounds. And then we'll be there till probably around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just depending on the weather and what type of traffic we're experiencing.
Now, you haven't done this before. Do you have any idea how many pounds of food you may collect, or do you have a goal in mind?
That's an excellent question. We have no idea what to expect. I'd like to mention also that you don't have to make a visit to the cemetery to a loved one's gravesite in order to make a contribution. If you're in the area and you want to contribute and be a part of the effort, we certainly encourage you to do that.
Now, I should have done the research. I don't have your address on my paper here.
The address is 1718 West, 350 North, which puts you at US 52 and Morehouse Road.
Yeah. Just north of that intersection.
Just north of that intersection, that's
okay,
correct.
Well, I hope you get a lot of food this weekend.
Well, I hope so, too.
Thanks so much for coming in.
You're very welcome.
It was good
Thank
to meet
you.
you.